Imagine this for a moment. There is something incredibly simple, yet surprisingly powerful, that most men completely overlook without even realizing it. And when a man finally understands it and starts living by it, something begins to change. It's almost as if a hidden switch flips inside the minds of women, and suddenly they begin to see him in a completely different way. The strange thing is that most men can go through their entire lives without ever discovering this. So ask yourself, are you one of them? If you're still listening right now, chances are you don't want to be part of that majority. You're looking for something deeper. Let me tell you a story that makes this easier to understand. It's not about tricks or flashy techniques. It's about a deeper shift, a quiet transformation that completely changes the way you carry yourself and the way people react to you, especially women. There was a man named Marcos. From the outside, he looked like an ordinary guy. There was nothing particularly impressive about him. Like many men, he constantly struggled with things internally. He cared far too much about what other people thought of him. Everywhere he went, he was searching for approval, compliments, attention, validation. He believed that if he could get enough of those things, he would finally feel complete. But no matter how much effort he made, he continued to feel invisible, especially around women and in social situations. Then, one day, something changed for Marcus. It wasn't because of a motivational video or some popular self-improvement trick. Instead, he came across an old philosophy, something ancient that had been tested throughout history: Stoicism. At first, he didn't completely understand it. He wondered how a philosophy that had existed for centuries could possibly help him with confidence or attraction in the modern world. But the more he studied it, the more things began to fall into place in a way nothing else ever had. Stoicism teaches one incredibly powerful principle: focus on what you can control and release what you cannot. Think about that carefully. Most men allow their emotions to control them. They react immediately without stopping to think. They become angry, insecure, defensive. They say things they eventually regret. They constantly look for reactions from other people. Women notice this very quickly. They can sense that emotional instability, and honestly, it doesn't feel safe or attractive. A stoic man is different because he responds differently. He doesn't lose control of himself the second life becomes difficult. He remains calm when everyone around him starts falling apart. Picture a noisy room filled with chaos, people arguing, emotions running high. And then there's you. Calm, composed, grounded, like a mountain standing firmly in the center of a storm. That kind of quiet strength naturally attracts attention. Women recognize it almost immediately. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most respected philosophers of Stoicism, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." The moment you truly understand that idea, genuine strength begins to develop within you. When you stop chasing approval and begin living according to your own standards, something inside you changes. You no longer crave attention. And strangely enough, people start giving you that attention anyway, not just women. Everyone responds to someone who carries grounded confidence. Most men never reach this level. They react emotionally to almost everything. One disrespectful comment can destroy their entire mood. A difficult day controls how they act. They bring their frustration with them into every room they enter. A stoic man does the opposite. He pauses before reacting. He asks himself one simple question: does this really deserve my energy most of the time? Usually, the answer is no. That ability to choose calmness instead of chaos is incredibly attractive, and it earns genuine respect. Stoicism isn't about suppressing your emotions or pretending that you don't feel anything. It's about learning how to control your reactions. It's knowing when to speak and when silence carries more power, when to take action and when to simply let something pass. It's about becoming emotionally stable in a world that constantly tries to disturb your peace. Women are naturally drawn to this because it communicates safety, maturity, and leadership, especially when situations become uncertain. Marcus practiced stoicism every day. He focused on his own actions instead of worrying about people's opinions. He stopped searching for validation and began living according to his own values. Slowly, everything started changing. People began listening when he spoke. Women started noticing him without him even making an effort. He didn't become louder. He didn't start demanding attention. He simply became calmer. And that quiet confidence began working in his favor. That's the paradox most men never undersee.